Hi everybody, it's Lance Keltner for PBG, and today we're in the shop of Ed Reynolds here in Austin, Texas. And Ed is the premier guitar builder and setup person here in Austin. He's an amazing luthier, and we wanted to bring him in today, actually visit his shop today and talk with him about his theories on guitar repair and guitar building, and show you a little bit about how you can maintain your own guitars at home. Ed, thanks for having us.
Well, you're welcome. Good to have you here.
Tell everybody a little bit about yourself. I mean, you started doing this crazy stuff how long ago?
I think it was in around 1972 or so that I threw my first guitar into the garbage can. To go back a little bit before that, I just got frustrated with the quality of the local repair work. I wasn't able to get what I wanted, and I started just messing around with my own guitars with no training, and hence that's why my first guitar went directly into the garbage can.
Yeah.
At that point, I read a few books, and I bought some really cheap guitars, and
Right.
if I needed to fix a crack, I would break it on the floor, break the guitar on the floor, and there's a crack, you know.
Right.
So before I worked on my own guitars, and then I just somehow fell into this profession. I worked at a place called Wooden Music in Chicago, where they had a couple of old European luthiers who really knew their stuff, and I used to watch them like a hawk, and I kind of learned their approach, you know.
Right.
And then just expanded on that and kind of devoured every bit of knowledge I possibly could from every source I could find. And,
Right.
and here I am today, not really knowing how I got here, but
And here it is. Yeah, well, for those of you that don't know, Ed does all the guitar work here in Austin for myself. He does work for Eric Johnson. He does work for Monty Montgomery, Chris Duarte.
Don't forget David Grissom. He's a nice guy.
David Grissom. He's one of our best friends. And with setup work, I mean, obviously you set up my guitars, and I know how great they always turn out. I mean, I basically just turn my guitars over to you and say, you know what to do, just do it. I'm not as picky as some people, or some people on your case a lot more about details, because I know that if I just hand my guitar to you, it's going to come back right.
There's a couple of different ways to answer that. The first way is that, yeah, some people try to direct me, and sometimes they give me information which is useful to me in terms of fitting their particular needs, setting the guitar up for their particular playing style.
Sure.
And then some people come to me who have experienced, say, work from some other shops that was not up to their expectations.
Right.
And because of that, they enter the shop with a little bit of paranoia, shall we say, that
Sure.
they feel like they have to direct me in order to get the results that they want, you know.
Right.
So it's both. And the really smart players do let me have a free rein with most of their stuff. And then the ones that are even smarter beyond that will take the instruments home and do the little tweaks, which I will show you here today, to get the guitar suited to their personal preference and the style that they want to use that guitar for.
A lot of guitar players are afraid to actually admit that they really don't know how to intonate their own guitars properly. They don't really even know the proper way that a luthier like yourself would actually even change strings. I mean, a lot of people are really sloppy about the way they change strings. So one of the things that we really do want to get to today is just the nuts and bolts of when a person can go in and actually make these adjustments themselves, how to make the adjustments, and then when to know when to stop.
Sure.
I mean, that's the important thing,
Sure.
right?
Sure.
And